আসসালামু আলাইকুম, আপনি কেমন আছেন? আমরা আশা করি আপনি ভালো আছেন। বন্ধুরা, क्या हाल है? उम्मीद करते ठीक होंगे। वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल Bangla Reaction, and here I want to discuss something that on the death and this is difficult time of Bangladesh, and there are so many crises, and one of the big best sad news for Bangladesh that the death of Begum Khaleda Zia. She was the first female Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and her sagacity, her legacy is unprecedented. She demolished the presidency and the presidential system, and she introduced the parliamentary system. And there are a lot of hardships which she faced, and there are a lot of issues she faced. And two times she remained in the office of a prime minister, but later, due to some, you can say that non-political factors toppled her government, and she from 2006 she was out of government, and after his last ouster she was facing so many issues like corruption cases and some other cases. The special case of explosive bomb explosive in the procession of Sheikh Hasina Wajid, and now in recent days she was also very ill, and prolonged ailment and prolonged illness, advanced liver disease she has, and so many other diseases. So ultimately
She
passed
passed
away.
away, and she went to the eternal his journey.
We have a packet about the biography, about so many other
About
things
the life
about
struggle and about
Khalda.
his personal life and achievements and ups and downs of his life are wonderfully elaborated in this video. Stay with us and
If you allow, can I share with
yes,
the people?
go for the video
Begum
and we will
Khaleda
talk later.
Zia, the complete story of a life filled with rise and fall. Begum Khaleda Zia is one of the most discussed, multidimensional, and influential political figures in Bangladesh. Despite having no direct connection with politics in her early life, she later rose to the highest position of power as the first female prime minister of the country. Her political rise, struggles, achievements, and controversies together form a dramatic and remarkable chapter of history. Early life and family. Begum Khaleda Zia was born on August 15, 1945 in Perganj, Dinajpur, into a respected and well-established family. Her father, Ismail Majumdar, was a renowned entrepreneur, and her mother, Tahira Khatun, was a homemaker. From childhood, she was known for being calm, shy, and family-oriented. She studied in Dhaka schools and colleges and led a disciplined life. Marriage to Ziaur Rahman. In 1960, she married Captain Ziaur Rahman, a young army officer in the Pakistan Army at the time. This marriage changed the course of her life. As the wife of a military officer, she moved from one cantonment to another: Chittagong, Bogra, and Dhaka. She was known as a loving mother and a devoted homemaker. 1971, the Liberation War. During the Liberation War of 1971, Ziaur Rahman served in the battlefield, while Khaleda Zia remained in Chittagong under strict surveillance by the Pakistani forces. She endured extremely difficult days with her two young sons, Tariq Rahman and Arafat Rahman Koko. Throughout the war, she silently supported the freedom movement and focused on keeping her family safe. Entry into politics. In 1981, after the assassination of President Ziaur Rahman, the family collapsed emotionally. At that painful moment, a new chapter began. While her sons were still young and the BNP was in disarray, party leaders requested Khaleda Zia to take charge. Initially, she felt uncomfortable entering politics, but she eventually accepted the responsibility. Thus began her journey from a quiet homemaker to a national political leader, icon of the anti-autocracy movement. During the 1980s, Khaleda Zia emerged as one of the strongest voices in the movement against General Ershad's military rule. She was repeatedly arrested, confined, and restricted, but her courage inspired millions. Her determination placed her at the center of national politics. First female Prime Minister of Bangladesh. In the 1991 elections, the BNP secured victory, and Khaleda Zia became the first democratically elected female Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Her first term focused on
As of his political career, she focused on the strengthen of the parliamentary democracy, and she focused on the rural development, and she will try to promote the primary education throughout the country. These were her high political achievements. What do you say, Mr. Yasser?
Yes, obviously, the sagacity of Begum Khaleda Zia and her legacy in us, and we are feeling proud that the Begum Khaleda remained Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and she was a great lady, and she introduced the parliamentary system and demolished the presidential system. In spite of all hardships or difficulties, Begum Khaleda Zia fought bravely, and the non-political factor he against even all odds. And due to in difficult situations, she fought bravely, and so many other issues which she faced. She has two sons, Tariq Rahman and Irfat Rahman. Irfat Rahman has died, and Tariq Rahman is now the aspirant and best candidate for next Prime Minister
Next.
of Bangladesh, and hopefully the Bangladesh
He has
Nationalist
joined
Party.
Bangladesh after 17 years.
Yes, after 17 years self-exile, and so many hardships Bangladesh Nationalist Party had faced, and the premier BNP, the Begum Khaleda Zia, faced so many allegations, and she always denied the allegation with charge on herself, and due to his ailment, she remained in difficult situation, and ultimately she passed away. But this is very sad thing that she victimized, politically victimized. Their character assassination of Khalda Zia, and in spite of a female, she faced so many cases and so many issues. But she remained two-time Prime Minister of Bangladesh. What is it?
And the most important thing is that apart from all the allegation, she was honorably free from the Supreme Court of Bangladesh in 2024, and she there was no any allegation, and she was free, and she was respectfully came to the public, and but it was not the will of Allah. She will be there more, and she was suffering from the multiple disorders. She was suffering from the lungs infection, from the heart diseases, and arthritis, and age factor. But finally, she is no more with us, and she has passed away. We are feeling very sorrow, and with the
In a sad moment, in saddest moment, I am feeling one thing good, and very feeling very proud that she exonerated, she exempted, and particularly she exonerated from all cases, any kind of case like corruption charges and a death sentence. She faced death penalty. Is a big sentence and a big penalty, and this is a big punishment, capital punishment. In spite of all difficulties, all hardships, all odds, she faced
She faced.
each and every punishment, but she remained cool and calm. She spent a good life. She has spent a great life, and her son Tariq Rahman, obviously, she will lead Bangladesh, and Bangladesh in the umbrella of BNP will flourish. And we pray for Khalda Zia. We pray
May her soul
we
rest in
recite
peace.
Surah Fatih and three times Surah Ikhlas. It's a very sad moment for Bangladesh people, and we continue our video, then we will talk on it.
restoration of parliamentary democracy, economic liberalization, development of the private sector, special emphasis on female education. These initiatives significantly shaped the country's political and economic progress. Second tenure, politics of 1996 and 2001. The political unrest of 1996 introduced new challenges for her leadership. In 2001, the BNP returned to power, making her the prime minister for a second time. During this period, communication infrastructure improved, international relations strengthened, anti-terror operations were conducted. However, this era also saw intensified political conflict, party rivalries, and various crises. The difficult chapter, the 2007 political crisis. In 2007, during the emergency rule, both Khaleda Zia and Sheikh Hasina were arrested. It was one of the toughest phases of her life. She experienced imprisonment, family separation, party divisions, political uncertainty. Despite everything, she remained steadfast. Leadership in opposition. After the Awami League's landslide victory in the 2008 elections, Khaleda Zia became the leader of the opposition. She continued political movements on various national issues, though the political environment grew more confrontational. Personal tragedy, death of Arafat Rahman Koko. In 2015, the death of her younger son, Arafat Rahman Koko, deeply shattered her. Outside politics, this was the most devastating event of her personal life. Health crisis and present condition. Years of political pressure, age, and chronic illnesses deteriorated her health. She has spent long periods in hospitals under intensive treatment. Her health concerns have drawn sympathy and attention from people both at home and abroad. Personality and leadership style. Khaleda Zia's leadership style was firm, courageous, and decisive. Though she spoke very little in public, her decisions were strong. She remains a milestone in the history of women's leadership in Bangladesh. Her political journey included respect, popularity, and leadership, along with controversies, political battles, and hardships. Her contributions to Bangladesh. Role in restoring democracy. First female prime minister. Empowerment of women in politics. Economic liberalization. Long-standing movements for citizens' rights. Her name is deeply etched into the political history of Bangladesh. Conclusion. Begum Khaleda Zia's life is a monumental chapter in the politics of Bangladesh, filled with love, struggle, power, sacrifice, and many controversies. She is not just a political leader, but a part of the nation's political identity. The difficult chapter, the 2007 political crisis. In 2007, during the emergency rule, both Khaleda Zia and Sheikh Hasina were arrested. It was one of the toughest phases of her life. She experienced imprisonment, family separation, party divisions, political uncertainty. Despite everything, she remained steadfast. Leadership in opposition. After the Awami League's landslide victory in the 2008 elections, Khaleda Zia became the leader of the opposition. She continued political movements on various national issues, though the political environment grew more confrontational. Personal tragedy, death of Arafat Rahman Koko. In 2015, the death of her younger son, Arafat Rahman Koko, deeply shattered her. Outside politics, this was the most devastating event of her personal life. Health crisis and present condition. Years of political pressure, age, and chronic illnesses deteriorated her health. She has spent long periods in hospitals under intensive treatment. Her health concerns have drawn sympathy and attention from people both at home and abroad. Personality and leadership style. Khaleda Zia's leadership style was firm, courageous, and decisive. Though she spoke very little in public, her decisions were strong. She remains a milestone in the history of women's leadership in Bangladesh. Her political journey included respect, popularity, and leadership, along with controversies, political battles, and hardships. Her contributions to Bangladesh. Role in restoring democracy. First female prime minister. Empowerment of women in politics. Economic liberalization. Long-standing movements for citizens' rights. Her name is deeply etched into the political.
Alas, she is not with us, and she was a great lady and a great leader. Due to difficult time, she faced so many issues, and in spite of imprisonment, in spite of political victimization, and any kind of charges she faced, she remained cool and calm. And I noted one thing that the main point is that she was very shy. She was very introvert, but her decisions are very strong, and she remained very super fit for the big
for her job and for the political purpose, and this is great, and I think some sort of he had the leadership qualities which make him more prominent not only in Bangladesh but globally.
May Allah rest in heaven, and please keep remember us in your prayers. We are with you, and this is a tribute, this little tribute from us from Pakistan to former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, late Begum Khaleda Zia. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for
Have a
watching.
good day.